All right, ladies and gentlemen, great day to be alive. Great day to be alive. So we're about to start heading out, and and make today awesome. Estoy practicando en mi mente en español para ver si puedo mejorar, cabrón. Imagínate el mercado que está afuera, la gente que yo podría ayudar, los negocios, porque la cantidad de negocios que existe son latinos, aunque sí, depende de dónde estamos, en qué locación, pero obviamente si hay un negocio que sabe en español, yo debo de aprender cómo se habla el servicio que yo ofrezco en español. Esta vez voy a hacer este video para ver si lo puedo hacer en español y nada. Voy a practicar lo que voy a hablar con el señor. Eso okay. Eso es importante. This is important. What I gotta say right now is important in Spanish, so I'm gonna practice it because I gotta rehearse. So I'm just gonna do it live. But so la razón que yo vine es porque yo quiero que tú por lo menos vea lo que yo hice para usted. Tú y yo habíamos hablado de algo y tú dijiste que sí. Pues eso ya está ready. Y la razón que te lo digo así es porque tu esposa, ella quiso otras cosas y es más de lo que tú habías preguntado. Ahora, ella no comunica de lo más bien, pero eso está bien, porque lo que yo hice no tiene que ver con lo que yo hice para usted. So, tú por lo menos puedes beneficiar de lo que ya yo hice para usted, y lo demás con tiempo. Pero tú estás pagando por los 200 al mes, tú lo pagas por lo que ya está completo, ¿entiendes? Y ahora yo quiero enseñarte cómo se usa para que tú puedas decidir si es algo que usted quiere. Pero como le dije, lo demás va a tomar tiempo y es algo que, ya tengo mucho, sí. También me gustaría enseñarle el website en Google, ya está aseteado en Google, tiene unos cuantos reviews. Yo le mandé un mensaje a mis amigos que les dé unos cuantos reviews en Google. Tiene un calendario. Les quiero enseñar cómo bajar la aplicación, el website. Hay muchas cosas, pero como dije, eso es de lo demás. Pero por lo menos, si quiere, solo necesito maybe 25 o 30 minutos, y te puedo, ni eso, like 7 o 15 minutos, y te puedo enseñar qué tú necesitas, cómo hacerlo. Y si tú tienes preguntas, me puedes preguntar lo que quieras, pero ya, ¿tienes algo en mente? Talk slow, es lo que les voy a decir ahí. Yo sé lo que tenga en mente, solo dilo un poquito más chilling. Y nada, porque eso, like, what I'm trying to say in Spanish is like I said, bro, initially I offered a service, and it was to handle missed calls with phone AI, and then I ended up sitting down with his wife, and she wanted a whole bunch of stuff, so I've done it, you know what I mean, and I'm still continuing to build. I haven't really worked on her account much recently. I've been really, really busy doing the phone AI for some other clients, but the point is that I'm still going to go back. I still want to go back, but I'm going to take advantage now that I am driving down to visit, and then I'll come back again. Regardless of who's there, I know somebody's there, and I need to talk to either or. So if it's her there, great. I'll show her how to download the app. I'll show her how to use the calendar. I'll at least tell her, because realistically, a Zoom is still going to be the best and most effective way, which I'll tell her as well. But yeah, bro. And then my plan, so I gotta just communicate with somebody. I have to communicate with somebody there with properly onboarding. You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan, but I could also get a lot of good from this too, because I have the opportunity to not only. So I helped them, great. And then my last statement to my clients is, do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Or do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? So do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? Do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you happen to know anybody else that could benefit from this? And yeah, it's like, and in a funny way, I've noticed, because I've used it a couple times, not that much, but it seems like the response I've gotten, I haven't gotten sales. I haven't closed anybody from a referral, but I have gotten referrals, and that's just a matter of me and lack of like salesmanship and lack of communication and shit like that. Because they will benefit strongly from what I do, factually, because I know right now what they're doing, they're just missing calls. And they can't tell me they're not handling all the business that they could. And if they are, then alright, then I am talking to the wrong person. But if they, if they're taking every call and they don't miss a call, because another thing too is, even if you handle all the calls, if you got calls coming in while you're on the phone, unless you're prepared for that, that's another thing as well. That's a whole nother thing within itself. So why do I talk about this? I talk about this because, bro, if you guys want to learn how is it that AI would help you in your day-to-day operation, but specifically to local business owners, what I want you to do is hit the link below, select the date on my calendar, and we're going to do a live training so that you could see how is it that I'm building out these live agents. Well, it really depends on the day that you select, because I may be on a different project, but basically I'll be showing what I do for my actual clients. Every day I'm working on my clients, I'm helping them out, I'm just doing what I gotta do. So I will be showing you guys whatever task is it that I'm taking care of at that particular time, but it's voice AI or conversational AI related. Meaning you guys are gonna learn a lot, especially if me myself is flowing, just doing what I have to do. The techniques may be a little more advanced, maybe not, I don't know, but they're probably, depending on the day, I don't know, it depends what I need to be doing, but they could be a little more advanced and good information for you to have. You did. So I'm gonna continue doing this. And I never told you guys the actual reason, but we're gonna keep it at that, because in the next 4 months, factually, a lot of you are gonna be like, damn. And I don't know if I'm openly going to tell people, but I may write a book about it to let the information go. There's some cool stuff I want to say as well to help people out, but sometimes it's not the right place for stuff like that. And it's not even bad, it's just like real valuable information that's going to help the younger generation or anybody in general. Right now it will help anybody from just so many good stuff, but keeping it AI related, that as well is something that I'm very, very passionate about. And yeah, although I do understand that there's risk involved, there's some things called as unintended consequences, which is kind of like what happened now. Like right now we're living in unintended consequences, meaning the people that formed entities years ago, they had an intent, whether good, bad, I don't know their initial intent, but sometimes even if you had a little, you wanted to do something and you wanted to finesse something a little bit, not like that, but you wanted to, do something here and there. Unintended consequences when it comes to adding time to unintended consequences, that little thing could end up being like very, very big. So right now we are living, in my opinion, we're living in unintended consequence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're quite literally living in this, I think, just a magnified version of somebody's little thing. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that because I'm aware that there's unintended consequences that could come with AI and all that stuff, like the future and everything that I'm talking about, and the world I'm in right now, the space that I'm in. I know that too. But I think that we could also protect ourselves with that in mind. Meaning, let's not be passive and like receivers of just life, bro. Let's be somebody that creates and is a part of, so we're more in control of those unintended consequences, if you will. Meaning, we could actually make sure that we do our best so that the consequences that come, the results that is going to come from the things that we do is based off good decisions that we did from a macro whole perspective. And then AI related, like, let's make sure that we, obviously, if we're educated on it, we could be more empowered, more informed. Information is power still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people they're held back, and the crazy thing is that they think the reason they're held back is because other people are rich and all this shit. And it's true, they are rich, but they're rich in knowledge, bro. They're not rich in they are rich in knowledge and as well finances, money. They could do stuff, but it first is knowledge. So it's like, and once you realize that, then you realize like, oh, I've been chasing the wrong thing. And indeed you have. You've been chasing the absolute wrong thing. Because I always say this, from kids, we've always been conditioned to see things from the outside in, everything outside in. And to be honest, sometimes we never even get to the end. Yeah, so like we just, outside from the time that we're born, we just see things, whether it's a doctor, our parents, the things inside of a hospital, a light, all of the things, a towel, your family, these are things that you see when you're born into this world. And then you go home and you see more things, toys. You start seeing a mirror. Damn, I kind of jumped the gun. You rarely see that. But the point is that you start seeing a whole bunch of other stuff. But I personally think that if people deliberately or like on purpose made mirrors primary, meaning when the kid is born, they put a mirror in front of that kid and make sure that that's the first thing, the first person, the first item that the baby sees is a mirror, that will set a proper foundation for that baby, that kid, that soon to be man, that, you know what I'm saying? And I just say that because most of us have been programmed to see things outside in, and we, again, not even in, right? So why do I say this? Is because, you know what I'm saying, like what are you chasing right now? And for me, I've always been chasing time. I've always been just wanting to be in full control of my time. So I want you guys to have the same. I want you to have the opportunity to think for yourself. And there's a lot of stuff that you just don't know, and just realize that you got to do some pruning as well. It's gonna be a process. It's not like overnight, but you guys should start with at least learning how to build bots, build conversational AI, voice AI, or conversational AI agents. Because not only are you gonna have a skill set, now you're gonna be valued by these local businesses. You're going to be valued by these local businesses when you offer your services to them, be it your local corner store. Oh my gosh, and there's something I just learned that if you are a small retailer, or if you know a small retailer, I'm not gonna say openly here, but if you know a small retailer, hit me up. Because there's something, this isn't AI related, but this is very important. It's just as important as what I know. Like, it's just information now. So what I mean is, like, this world is full of information, right? That, like, when you look at the difference between the rich and the poor, it's quite literally information. They know how to move different. They know how to do different things. It's not anything else other than that. So if you're stuck in a mentality of, oh, the rich and all this and that, no, bro, it's like, the reason they're rich is because of information, dog. And if you want to tell yourself that information before you honestly can get away with saying it was hard to get the information, but now it quite literally is easy as fuck to get all of the information you need. And if that's the case, well then, all right, then let's get this information. That's what I'm going to be doing in this live training. So make sure that you select one of the days on my calendar, and I'll be showing you guys how is it that I'm helping local business owners leverage AI. AI is completely revolutionizing the world, and I want to be the one to show you exactly the frameworks that I build out these voice AI agents. And look, I'll be honest, am I at risk by showing you guys the frameworks that I've taken a long fucking time, I don't know the amount of time frame, but a long ass time building out demo after demo after demo for local business owners that told me, yes, I want one, I want to see, and then all of a sudden they flaked and they never purchased or anything. So I built all of these frameworks, and now we're getting to more advanced techniques. There's some integration that will simplify a lot of cool shit, and so easy anybody could do it. Like, quite literally, all you need to do is find somebody that wants to learn, or either wants to learn how to use AI for themselves, an actual business owner, or if you want to learn just for yourself to develop a skill set, then you'll just be learning, and then at some point you're gonna have confidence to offer your service to somebody that needs it. And the cool thing is that a lot of people will refer you and your services because it's good. It's damn good. So how am I going to help you as a local business owner? How am I going to help you leverage AI? Well, first of all, no more missed calls. So I'll help you forward over missed calls to your AI assistant. And it is one of the coolest things, because a lot of people lack education. They don't understand the process. And you have to tell them what you're doing to the point where they don't want to know anymore and they trust you. So the real thing about what I'm learning with sales is, you know, these business owners, if you're doing B2B, these business owners, they're not interested in wanting to know how to do what you do. They just want to know that you know how to do it. So you got to make sure to, I have found that, and it wasn't like me trying to be malicious and stuff like that, like I wasn't even doing it on purpose, but I found this out through genuinely being passionate about what I do. Meaning, well, first I'm going to say that, and then I'm going to say what you could do as a salesperson. So it's a technique. There's plenty others too, but so when people would ask me something, I would answer it But then I would just start just saying more and more and more and more and more and more and more. I would ease into it, but really to start like geeking out. But I would let them know, look, don't get me started. I geek out about this. I can go on and on about this for a while, and just like, but then I'll just start educating and saying, well, you can do this now. We can do, you know what I'm saying? Just sharing everything, but that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that is like, it's unnecessary. So I dialed in my pitch, and now I just say, so I help local business owners leverage AI by answering calls 24/7 or missed calls and booking appointments. So I program AI to answer missed calls and book appointments for local business owners. That shit sounds clean, bro. I train AI. I can't be behind this motherfucker, bro. I train AI to answer missed calls for local business owners and book appointments 24/7. I train AI. I program AI to answer missed calls and book appointments 24/7 for local business owners. Bro, these trucks got a nigga fucked up, dog. And I used to be one of them all over the world. I train AI, I program AI to book appointments 24/7 and answer calls, answer missed calls, all calls or missed calls. So yeah, man, this shit is cool because you're either gonna be helping business owners or you're gonna be replaced at some point. Because I'm telling you, there's like, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I promise you there's gonna be a brand, somebody that has the finances to make sense of all of this at scale, at a thinking about doing it like a super low price, like not even like under 100, low ticket, and see if the people respond to that. But I think, and it wouldn't even be a bad idea, because some business owners, bro, like that would actually benefit from this. There's a massive market of business owners out there that would benefit and would also graduate. Like, that's a market within itself too. Like, so there's a niche out there. There's a market. Okay, so there's business owners like that got call volume, right? There's business owners out there that got a lot of call volume and they're missing calls. And then there's the guys that there's corporations, obviously, that, you know, they even have the resources and they got it taken care of, but they're still in a way missing calls. Everybody's missing calls, but corporation got like a team handling it. But then there's the guys that are like really hustling, handling everything, just doing everything, and they really need it, like the help. You know what I'm saying? Not the, like, yeah, those people, they will benefit massively. And if I could find that person, bro, because that's all I need is like, because what I help solve, the problem that I help solve is one that is actually a problem. And it takes away from your productivity. Like, for example, right now I'm at 964, I believe. And right now AI is working for me on YouTube as well. I'm not gonna share that right now But just know that right now, I used to get subscribers once based off the actions. It was a direct correlation to the amount of actions that I took, and I'm not gonna talk too much on that right now. It's like super high-end secret shit. But based on how much activity or just but now, and the point is, man, I'm just gonna switch topics, but I found something really good, and we're just gonna keep it at that. I think, well, we're gonna check, but I think that by the end of this ride, it should be more than 64. It's gonna be more than 64, not 64. And it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy in a positive way. And all I'm gonna do is just stay focused on helping with AI. And then look, the last part to this message before I close up on this video is that we gotta stick together. Like, we can't just be so like individual minded like we are right now. This is really an opportunity for us to unite, improve, collab. Anyway, on the next video, I'm going to say some cool things about collab. Talk soon.